Discover Weekly is an algorithmic playlist on Spotify dedicated to helping the listener discover new music. That includes your music. Discover Weekly has generated over 100,000 streams for me and is one of the best ways to get your music heard by new audiences. If none of your songs have yet made it onto Discover Weekly, don't worry, this is totally normal. Discover Weekly is one of the hardest algorithmic playlists to get on, and that's for good reason. Like I mentioned earlier, Discover Weekly is dedicated to showing your music to new listeners, but not just any listeners. You see, everybody on Spotify has their own unique Discover Weekly playlist because it's an algorithmic playlist. Spotify's algorithm finds the people whose taste best resembles the style of your song, so when it pops up under Discover Weekly, they are more likely to resonate with it. Discover Weekly is one of the best ways I've found to grow a fan base on Spotify because Spotify is literally bringing your target audience to you. So how do you get your music on Discover Weekly? It's not as simple as my song sounds good, so definitely get on Discover Weekly. Don't get me wrong, of course you need good music. If your quality is not up to par with your favorite artists, go back to the drawing board. Make good music first. However, I'm assuming that you do make good music. So why haven't you been on Discover Weekly yet? The biggest thing you need is good quality data. Discover Weekly is an algorithmic playlist. Algorithms are math equations, so they need data to understand how well a song is performing. If Spotify's algorithm can decipher that a song is performing well with a certain audience, Spotify will push that song to more people of a similar or the same audience. But it needs data first. Good quality data. You might be thinking, what's the difference between good data and bad data? Good data is more than just streams. It's listener intent. Listener intent is how likely a person is going to listen to a song or artist again. So if a listener repeats your song multiple times, adds it to a playlist, saves it to their library, follows you, listens to other songs in your catalog, these are all signs of high listener intent, which equals good data, which equals a good song. Bad data, on the other hand, shows low listener intent. If a song has a high number of listeners, but they only listen to the song once, they skip the song or tell Spotify not to play that song ever again because that's a feature, then these are all signs of low listener intent, which equals bad data, which equals a bad song. This is exactly why I and many others advise you to steer away from websites that promise you a certain number of streams for money. These websites tend to be click farms that don't give you any high quality data whatsoever and will actually hurt you in the long run. Remember, it's always better to have 100 streams and good data than 1,000 streams and bad data. So how much good data do you need to get on Discover Weekly? Unfortunately, there isn't a set number of streams, listeners, saves, or playlists that a song needs to get pushed on the algorithm, at least not that we know of. But that's okay. The principle still remains that the higher the listener intent, the better the song will perform. So if you have a song you're trying to push, manually keep track of the saves, playlists, and listeners to stream ratio of the song and compare that to your previous releases. If it's doing significantly better than your other songs, consider that a success. One of the main ways I generate good quality data for my songs is through Facebook and Instagram ads. A $200 ad campaign I ran back in December 2020 gave my song So Close enough good quality data to place it in Discover Weekly, and now that song has almost 600,000 streams. But I will say that this isn't always the case, and I don't recommend running ads for everyone. If you're contemplating whether this might be something for you and want to know the pros and cons of Facebook ads for music, check out this video right here. Show you genius.